Hello everybody, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another banger video on the channel. So today we're going to be doing, the type of video I haven't done in a long time. But it's kind of what this channel started with, It's those videos where I'm just kind of sitting here talking through an idea, through a couple thoughts, sharing it with you guys, that sort of stuff. Just to chill, you and I hanging out, very minimal editing, just chill type of stuff. And so the idea I want to talk about today is one that's really helped me a lot. And so like a week ago or something, something like that, all the planets aligned or something, or like a bunch of the planets aligned. And I heard that was happening. I thought it was really cool. So I spent all day meditating, doing like inner chi work and really focusing on like my soul and my habits and who I am as a person, who I want to be, all these things. I spent all day focusing on it. And I think I've made something that day, something changed, something shifted. And I see the world so differently now. And one of the ideas that's really allowed me to start making my life better is the idea of make up better shit. It's really not that hard. It's a very simple idea, but once you put it in practice, the changes are far from simple. Your whole life changes. I came to this conclusion while meditating that most of life, like 90% of the life that we live and experience, is all made up in our head. Because, most of life is like thoughts and feelings and like plans and, ideas and even like the real world stimuli, how you respond to it it's all in your head. And so if your life is all made up in your head, then if you don't like the life you're living, then make up better shit. It's that simple. And when I realized that, it's like this like weight lifted off me. And I've really been enjoying my life ever since, because if you're not enjoying your life, make up a better life. It's that simple. I mean, it's still the shitty things. Like right now I've spent the last every day trying to get a job. There's the things of life I don't like, waking up, cleaning, cooking. There's plenty of stuff I don't like, but how you perceive those things and how you allow your thoughts about those things to influence your emotions is entirely up to you. And that kind of segues into my second thought I wanted to talk about here. And that's separate your thoughts, your mind, and your emotions, your feelings. Separate them. And it seems challenging, especially when you just think about the concept. You're like, well, how do I separate those things? My emotions are almost entirely based on my thoughts, and very commonly my thoughts are based on my emotions. It starts with the simple practice of observing. So you sit back in your head, but you kind of like sit back in your head, if that makes any sense. You like take a step back and you just watch your thoughts. And if you just watch, you'll notice a thought comes in. And when that thought comes in, don't focus on it. Don't deep dive into the specifics. Don't even like feel the thought. Just see it. Just see the thought come to your head and then watch it float out. Because if you don't hold on to it, it'll float right by. And once you get into that practice of doing that, once you like are able to do it, you watch how many thoughts flow in and out of your head all the time. And when you are allowing all of those thoughts to directly influence all of your emotions, it's hard to stay emotionally level and get to where you want to be emotionally. So separate your thoughts from your feelings. And the way to do that is you observe your thoughts. And then as you slowly learn to observe your thoughts, and as you practice that, it'll become like almost like a second nature. Like when you have a thought that pops up into your head, you'll like your very first like reaction will be to analyze it instead of like immediately feel it. Because once you turn your immediate reaction to like analyzing the thought, then you get to control which thoughts affect your feelings in what way. And that really just makes life a whole lot easier. But the third topic I was going to kind of talk about here, this was something that I really had to teach myself with my mom. But once I taught myself with my mom, it's spreading throughout my life, and it's something incredible. So it all started with the make up better shit idea. But I came to this realization that if like I said, if life is all made up here in your head, then the only one whose opinion that matters is yours. And I know this is like a common thing, that people say, oh, the only opinions that matter are yours. And, I've heard that my whole life. But the truth is, like, if you really think about that and you really live your life through that way, and you see the world through that lens, you'll realize just how many people, like, even unintentionally, give their opinion on your life. And not just people like in person, but people on the internet, people you see on TV, podcast, music. But in real life too, when you go out to like a place, or you go to a shop or a restaurant, or you're like hanging with friends, I've realized that it's very commonplace for everyone to have an opinion on what's going on with you. And I can't, for me, most of my life I got really bogged up in what other people were thinking about what I'm doing. And it got to the point where I wasn't doing certain things, or I was limiting the way I was doing certain things because of the possibility of what people might think of what was going on with me. But I've come to this realization that I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks is going on with me. Like, at all. Like, I mean, you guys, but, and like, I sometimes I like to ask people, appreciate their feedback. But the reality is, no one else is doing this shit but me. No one's living my life. No one has my head. No one's doing the things I'm doing. So why should I give a shit what any of them think about what I'm doing? I mean, it's like, and it's such a freeing thought when you have it. It's like, because they can have an opinion. Everyone has their own opinion on whatever, but it doesn't mean that I have to take it into consideration or even hear it, And that's the beauty of, I guess, being an adult, as I'm coming to realize, is like the only boundaries that exist are the laws of physics, the laws of nature. You must be born, you must die, you must breathe, heart's got to beat, got to abide by the laws of gravity, physics, and shit. But other than that, there's no actual boundaries. There's like the laws, but the laws are a suggestion. You don't actually have to follow those. There's no if you try to break it, there's no barrier screen. There's no error. You can just do whatever you want. And the most limiting boundaries that I've had throughout my whole life were the boundaries that my mind placed upon myself. Is like I told myself I could or could not do things. And based on that decision I made, I would carry that decision for years and allow that decision that I made years ago to determine what I do and do not do each day. And that's so stupid, because you're a new person every day. You're a new person every week. You're especially a whole new person every year. So holding on to old ideas and boundaries that you made for yourself years ago, it does no good. It does no good. At all. And then, another thought I wanted to talk about here is, I've really noticed and been practicing, that thing people say, don't hold on to anger. It just cuts you up inside or whatever. There's a lot of truth to that. Like any negative emotion at all, if you hold on to it, because, you can't stop negative emotions and thoughts from popping up in your head. But if someone does something that bothers you, you holding on to that being bothered only hurts you. And, this is something I've known my whole life. I was taught this in preschool. But when you really understand it, that holding on to this anger, when you hold on to it, it only hurts you. You're the only one that has to hold on to this. You're the only one who has to carry this weight. And so if you just let go and you don't care, then it's much lighter, You can't control the things that spark your emotions and thoughts, but you can control how you hold them and how you perceive them. And through that control, there is a very large gateway for a more enjoyable life. That's what I'm finding. But, just to kind of bring it back to the original very important thought of this video, the whole thing, is it's to make up better shit. Your life, you make it all up. Especially, okay, so as me, someone who struggles with anxiety, if you're someone who struggles with anxiety, you'll know what I mean. It's like you spend all day thinking of these things, these situations, these scenarios. Before you go to do something, you think of 10 different possibilities of how this could end and the slight variations and what could cause this and that and that and this. The human brain isn't meant to do that. We're not meant to fucking sit there and be fucking anxious and scared all day. That's just, you got to let go of possibilities, man. You got to... Wait, all that shit, all that brain power you're using, making up all those things that scare you, all those things that make you anxious, or, if you're using that brain power to think about something wrong you did years ago or months ago, and it's making you feel bad, use that brain power to make up better shit. It doesn't have to be something productive every time. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm thinking about money. I'm making a big life, a big plan. You can just think of like the stars, a nice little beach, a little sand, just something to make you feel better. That's all it is. Life's hard. And there's a lot of things that we have to do as people that we don't necessarily want to do. So I recommend anyone who sees this video takes the time to learn the skill of make up better shit. Because once you do, life gets a whole lot better. I promise. But yeah, this was fun. It's cool. I haven't made a video like this in a while. Especially all the ones I have made have been negative for the last couple months. But this is cool. Yeah. So this was just some thoughts I want to share with you guys. I hope you enjoy. I hope everything was clear. If there's any thoughts or ideas here you'd like me to expand on a little more, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know what it is, and I can upload another video going into it. But yeah, that was fun. I love you guys. Been doing lots of music recently. Make sure you're staying happy, staying healthy, drink lots of water, reach out to someone you love, tell them you love them. And remember, it's your life. It's your life. Your opinion is the only one that matters. You're the only one that can make up how this shit goes. And you make it all up, so make up better shit. It's that simple. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.